Today is a very special video for you guys because it's a surprise! So I hope you guys like this video. This video is a experience I had with Truth or Dare and how I found out a bunch of my friends who were girls liked me more than friends. Out of respect for the people and their privacy, I'm not going to use real names. I'm just going to do the beginning of their name, which, like, the beginning letter, like V and J and stuff like that. So, let's get right into this. So, I was sitting in my science class at the time, this is like a year or two ago, and while I'm sitting in that class, the teacher, he was really nice. His name was, I'm just gonna call him Mr. G. So, Mr. G was really, really nice. He'd let me sit there and sketch all day long, and he'd be totally fine with it, and he'd still give me an A because of how good I was in that class. So, anyways, Mr. G ended up letting me sit next to all my friends on a Friday because we were all just chilling, and I was drawing like I always am because I love to draw. Mr. G is letting me sit there and sketch and stuff, and we're all playing Truth or Dare. We're all in our friend group. And at that time, I was dating somebody still, but I was gonna break up with them in like 2 days. I was just looking for the right time. Kill me. Yes. But I was just looking for the right time to kill them. I was looking for the right time to break up with him. So I was looking for the right time to break up with him, and I figured in 2 days I was going to do it anyways. So we're playing Truth or Dare, and they're asking the normal kind of girly questions that we ask, like, do you like anybody? What do you think of people? What's your opinion on blah 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 blah? Are you still friends with blah 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 blah? You know, stuff like that. Look at how cool this looks. Look how cool I look. It looks so pretty. Anyways, so I'm like, okay, oh, that's so cool. So I can carry this and it'll light up everything. I love that. But anyways, so they're like, okay. Anyways, so I just kind of spaced out and I went back to drawing because I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored. I don't really want to interact with any humans at the moment. So they're talking and someone at the table gets asked a question. It was my friend V. V kind of like is very nervous and she's very shy. So she ends up getting asked, who do you have a crush on? And she smiles, and I could hear the nervousness in her voice, but other than that, I was completely spaced out. And I'm not, like, over-dramatizing any of this, or I'm not, like, oh my god, stop hitting me into the cactuses. I legit was sitting there, and I hear her say the words, oh, well, I kind of have a crush on gym pics. I've just never said anything. And I kid you not, I just went, oh, what? And she looks at me and she's like, is that okay? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't know how to respond. She's like, oh, cool. Do you feel the same? And I was like, not really. I was so confused because this was like the beginning of the year of where people were starting to come out at my school, since nobody had ever done so at my school. No one had ever come out as trans or gay or lesbian or bisexual or anything like that. No one has really ever came out except for a couple of people coming out as asexual. But other than that, it was just no one really came out at my school. But I was fine with it. I was like, okay, that's cool, nice. But she ended up, like, the next day, she ended up talking with me. And she runs up to me. She's like, hey, how are you doing? I found out something that you might want to know. And it's like, what? And at the time, we had always wondered why Jay had never wanted my friend, who was a girl at the time. We always wondered why Jay never dated any guys, and we found out the reason why was because Jay was a lesbian. So Jay runs up to me, and she's like, hey, can you meet me outside? And I was like, sure. And she brings me outside, she sits down with me, she looks at me, and she's like, hey, I want to say something, and I just want you to listen, okay? And I was like, okay. And she's like, the reason why I haven't dated any guys is because I don't like guys, I like girls. I was like, oh, that's fine. Jay, I'm so happy for you. And I gave Jay a hug. Jay was crying. Jay was like, oh my god, I thought you weren't gonna accept me. And I'm like, I've got a gay uncle, Jay. I would totally accept you. And Jay and I were having a good time. We're all happy and we're talking. Well, then Jay ends up getting down on one freaking knee. Not even kidding. One knee. And starts singing me a love song. And at the end of it, Jay looks at me and she's like, hey, I've got another thing I want to confess. And I was like, oh, okay. And Jay's like, I have a crush on you, and I've had a crush on you for 2 years now. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then V runs out of nowhere. She runs out of the freaking building. She's like, I object. And she's like, I am the first one to be in love with you, Jim Pix. And I was like, oh no. And she like looks at me. She's like, and I have wrote a love song for you to confess my love to you as well. And I was like, oh, okay. So they're both like running up to me, and V ends up getting down on one knee and starts confessing her love to me. And I like kind of just looked at them, and they were both like, well, who are you gonna choose? And I looked at both of them, and I was like, guys, I am not bisexual. I'm not a lesbian. You guys know this. And they were like, they thought that I was going to like yell at them, or like I was going to freaking banish them from the face of the earth for liking me, but no. I literally looked at them and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you liking me. I really don't care. It's just I do not feel that way for people. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you liked this video. All of these videos are gonna be pretty short. You can all find them on my channel. I really hope you guys actually did like this video, though. So anyways, I'm gonna get going so I can continue on editing all of the freaking videos that I'm gonna edit all week long. Love you guys. Bye!